Video opens with slow-motion footage of a grand, classical-style statue cracking and slowly crumbling. Dust plumes into the air as pieces fall away. The scene is symbolic, not literal destruction. The world as we knew it is over. The unipolar moment, that brief period after the Cold War when a single power seemed to stand unchallenged, has faded into history. The 21st century is not an era of settled order, but one of constant motion, of shifting alliances and rising challengers. We have entered a new age of great power competition, a multipolar world where giants once again walk the earth, and their footsteps shake the very foundations of our global system. This isn't a return to the past. It's a new, more complex and unpredictable chapter in the human story. Scene cuts to dynamic, fast-paced shots of Wall Street traders, then a sweeping aerial view of Silicon Valley's futuristic campuses. The tone is powerful, but with a subtle hint of unease. At the heart of this shifting landscape remains the United States. For decades, its economic might forged in the furnaces of industry and innovation, and its technological supremacy, born in the garages of pioneers, have defined the global order. It still commands the world's most formidable military, and its culture permeates every corner of the globe. Yet the Colossus now finds itself navigating a more crowded and contentious stage. The certainties of the past have given way to the complex challenges of today, forcing a reassessment of its role and its power in a world it no longer singularly dominates. China's ascent is a story of unparalleled economic transformation, lifting hundreds of millions from poverty and building a manufacturing and technological base that rivals any in the world. Its ambition is not just to join the club of great powers, but to reshape the rules of the international system in its own image. Through initiatives like the Belt and Road, it extends its influence across continents, weaving a new web of trade, investment, and power that challenges the post-war consensus. Cut to stark, powerful imagery of Russian military hardware on parade, followed by shots of vast natural gas pipelines stretching across frozen tundra. The mood is resolute and assertive. Meanwhile, Russia, a power once thought diminished, has forcefully reasserted itself on the world stage, wielding its immense energy resources as a tool of statecraft and leveraging a modernized, battle-hardened military. Moscow has demonstrated its will to challenge the established order and reclaim its sphere of influence. From the battlefields of the near abroad to the intricate dance of international diplomacy, Russia plays a strategic game, seeking to disrupt, divide, and secure its position as an indispensable, if often disruptive, global player. Visuals become more abstract and intense. Quick cuts between fluctuating stock market graphs, satellite images of strategic shipping choke points like the Strait of Malacca, and close-ups of microchips and semiconductor wafers. The new battlegrounds are no longer just defined by tanks and territory. The primary arena is now economic. This is a war fought with tariffs and trade barriers, with control over critical supply chains and dominance in key technologies. The struggle for semiconductor supremacy, the tiny chips that power our modern world, has become a central front in this competition. Control the flow of capital, technology, and resources, and you control the future. Scene shifts to a disorienting digital world. Streams of binary code flow across the screen. Satellite constellations orbit a digital Earth, and abstract representations of cyber attacks pulse like lightning. Parallel to the economic war, a silent conflict rages in the digital realm. The race for technological superiority, especially in artificial intelligence, is a sprint to define the next paradigm of power. Nations are locked in a contest to develop smarter algorithms, build more resilient networks, and deploy more sophisticated cyber capabilities. This is a struggle for information, for surveillance, and for the ability to shape narratives and disrupt adversaries from thousands of miles away. A shadowy conflict where the lines between peace and war are increasingly blurred. A montage begins. World leaders shake hands at G20 summits, their faces a mix of smiles and stern expressions. This is intercut with powerful global-scale imagery, melting glaciers, crowded hospitals during a pandemic, and sprawling refugee camps. The camera focuses on their faces, full of determination and hope. The old world is gone and the new one is still being written. The coming decade will be shaped by the choices we make, by the balance we strike between rivalry and shared responsibility. What do you think will define the next decade of global power? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more.